So hello and welcome one and all from what I can only describe as footballing utopia. The weather is perfect, the fans are in great voice, and the players are all set to get started. Really is quite a sight to behold this. It feels like a big game, it looks like a big game. Mind you, they all do at this ground. So that's got things underway. Buonanotte. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Clearly not happy with that. Fadio. Now it's Doku. Now it's Doku. Doku! Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. He's away! Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Doku. Cherki has been caught there, it's a foul. Played out to the right. Reinders. Oh, he's found some shot at goal! Great build-up, it all deserved a better ending.
Beautifully worked to take the defence out of the picture, but there'll be no rush to see the replay on this.
Buonanotte. Cucurella. Pedro Neto. Haaland, aim forwards. Big chance, hits one! Goal! City!
Manchester City clearly executed that with considerable confidence. It only took seconds to score once the ball was recovered.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Buonanotte. Gusto. Palmer. Buonanotte. Out to the left it goes. Pedro Neto. That is lovely. Caicedo. This might spell danger. Reinders. Doku. That's a nicely measured pass. And he's surging through. Corner then. Reinders plays it short. That's very neat. Looking for a decent ball in. Out to the right. There are a few waiting for it. Palmer tries to clear. Reinders. Caicedo. Caicedo cuts it out.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Doku. Moved on forwards. Gusto. Chelsea are already chasing the game. Long time to go.
Look, they've simply been punished for a sleepy start. Time for that wake-up call.
Caicedo knocks it out wide. Fernández. Fernández has got himself a free kick. Vardiol. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Oh, that is asking for trouble. Doku crossed in once more. Palmer, played out towards the right wing. He's in plenty of space here. Can he deliver? Palmer. Oh, such a clever touch. It's anyone's ball now. Doku does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Oh, easy pickings there. Fernández. Gusto. Well, that's beautifully weighted. He's through, now is he in? Sanchez gets rid without sophistication. Colwell. Cucurella. Pedro Neto. The pressing. Bernardo Silva is the guilty party there. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. Here comes the corner. Tries a header! Decent attempt, but not quite good enough. He's going to be disappointed with that. Buonanotte. Pedro Neto. Whistle's gone, that's foul. And he has shown him a yellow card. No, that's been easily repelled. It's a loose ball. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Reinders. Well, Jim, looking at the movement out there, it seems to me there's been a change of plan.
Well, it very much looks like the fullbacks are not pushing up as you would expect in wide areas. They're operating more centrally now and looking for a compactness down the middle to stop counter-attacks.
Palmer. Bernardo Silva. Rodri. Bernardo Silva. Oh, a delicate chip through. Haaland! Good save. Keeper read that well.
I actually fancied him to score then, but we should give the keeper credit for doing his bit.
Palmer. Badiashile. Cucurella is onto it in a flash. Now that's well seen too. Badiashile. Buonanotte. Colwill. And it's played forward. Gusto. Looking up to see who wants it. He has found a way through. Fernández. Oh, what a climb! Denied by an instinctive save.
Pedro is offering a wry smile there.
Oh, this looks sharp. Now it's Haaland. Haaland's cross. Gusto. Fernández. Just more than 15 minutes till half-time. Badiashile. Pedro Neto tries to dink it through. Bernardo Silva shifted upfield. Doku has given away a free kick. Caicedo. Gusto. He's found a way through. Cross deflected behind for a corner. It'll be a throw-in. Caicedo. Out towards the flank. He is just caressing the ball. Oh, he's got a crucial block in there. Rodri, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva, forwards and with intent. Badiashile. Colwill. Fernández. Gusto. Now it's Doku. Oh, he's found support out wide. Reinders. Gusto does really well to win the ball there. Reinders with the short one. Doku. Cherki. Time to deliver. Time's up big! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Haaland certainly could have and should have made more of that. Gusto.
Fernández. Ball's gone out of play. It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. Keeper's got good distance on that. Caicedo. Pedro. Caicedo. Oh, good spread. Oh, nice touch. Flings in across. They've played it short. Ball swung in. Well read. And the danger is averted. Reinders. Rodri. The Blues, time perhaps for one last twist before half-time. Gusto. Out of play for a throw. Guardiola.
Well, that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
Cucurella shifted upfield. Reinders. That's a nicely weighted pass. Gusto. Buonanotte. Pedro Neto. Knocks it out wide. A chance to play it in. Gets a foot in here. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Guardiola. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Gusto. Caicedo. Chelsea going about it patiently, perhaps too patiently. Buonanotte. Cucurella. Pedro Neto in acres of space out wide. That is a brilliant interception. Cherky, gently done. Haaland. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Gusto. Buonanotte. Badiashile. Played towards the other side. Palmer. Pedro. Fernández. Time and again they are repelled. Lewis. Forwards and with intent. And it's Bernardo Silva into the box. Well read, and the danger is averted. Palmer. Caicedo. Pedro. That's really well manoeuvred. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Well, that looks like a final warning, still no card. Lewis clears it away. Fernández. And the shot! It's in! Complete awareness. He understood what was needed and he executed it smoothly.
Well, look, he moves and manufactures in unique fashion. This guy is sheer class.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Lewis, that's a sharp pass. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Caicedo. That's gone for a throw-in. Rodri. Moved on forwards. Oh, he's caught him there. It's a free kick. Reinders. Fernández does well to get it back. Caicedo. Caicedo. He can run onto that, and he welcomes it in. Palmer unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Cherki. Bernardo Silva carries the ball down the right. Buonanotte. Palmer. Caicedo is charging up on the overlap. Can he deliver? Shapes to shoot! Reinders, gently done. Lewis. Rodri. Reinders. Cherki. Played out wide. Vardiol. Rodri. Cucurella. Caicedo. Palmer. He came in hard. Fernández. Well, he certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. Ruben Dias gets rid without sophistication. Pedro Neto. Cucurella. Cherki. Haaland. Doku. Gusto with the foul. Rodri. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. And it's Bernardo Silva. Reinders. Now then, the ball's come loose.
Doku really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Chelsea going about it patiently, perhaps too patiently.
Look, good possession is one thing, but they seem as if they're passing time at the moment, keeping the ball for the sake of it when they know it has to be moved with much more attacking punch.
Guardiola looks to the other side. Bernardo Silva, done delicately. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. And he thumps it clear. Badiashile. Pedro Neto. And he goes cross-field. Palmer. Pedro. Palmer. Guardiola. Rodri. Aim forwards. Sanchez chooses to deal with it himself. And reclaimed it in a trice. And it's Bernardo Silva. Haaland! Haaland! Great effort, beautifully taken.
Oh, the technical control was exquisite. The pummeled attempt was exasperating.
Pedro is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. The ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. Buonanotte looks to clip it forward. Well timed, excellent interception. Lewis, and it's lofted through here. And that's put paid to a promising move. Pedro. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Well, Jim, looking at the movement out there, it seems to me there's been a change of plan.
Well, it very much looks like the fullbacks are not pushing up as you would expect in wide areas. They're operating more centrally now and looking for a compactness down the middle to stop counter-attacks.
That'll be a throw. And it's Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva is fouled. And he is going into that little black book. Well, the players are making their point, but the ref clearly isn't interested. He's waved them all away.
Well, they're struggling to cope with a pacey dribble because they've not been at it as a team. I think the collective pressure needs to be better all around.
Tries to get it clear. Pedro Neto has found the net here, of course. Moved on forwards. Referee's given a throw. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. Well, they've seen lots of the ball. Time to go for it a bit of creativity and adventure. That has been cut short. Lewis. Bernardo Silva. That's a nicely weighted pass. And they'll start all over again with the goalkeeper. Haaland! Haaland! He's got away with one there.
Reinders has been full of enthusiasm and desire, and his work rate has been very strong. And he's clever in being able to read the game almost a step ahead of everyone else. That's great play.
Cherki. Oh, a delicate chip through. Haaland! Oh, that is rather wayward. Ruben Diaz wins the duel this time. Pedro, oh, good spread. Showing good feet. Caicedo. Gusto is charging up on the overlap. That wasn't the greatest of balls. Rodri. Ruben Diaz. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. Cherki. And it's Bernardo Silva. Does well to get it back. The referee's awarded a free kick. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is.
Yeah, and he's dodged a big one there. He has to be squeaky clean from here.
Haaland. Haaland! He's done very well to get to that.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Caicedo. Now this could be a chance. Has a go!
Oh,
And again! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Thinks one through. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Caicedo. Fernández. Palmer, who does have an assist to his name. Out to the right. Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one. And it's played forward. Bernardo Silva. Great defending, strong and determined. Rodri. Guardiola. Moved on forwards. Reinders. Cucurella. Gusto. Colwell. That's gone for a throw-in. Guardiola. Pedro proving a very adept defender. It was a good tackle too.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
Yeah, he's fouled him there.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Deftly done. Pedro Neto. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Pedro Neto. Fernández. Caicedo. It's Pedro! A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
Well, the work rate to win the ball back was fantastic and it set up the opportunity. That's great effort.
Aim forwards. Bernardo Silva. Oh, a delicate chip through.
Bernardo Silva, well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Palmer. João Pedro. Fernández. He's had a shot! Goal! Chelsea! And the comeback is complete!
Chelsea, well, when it's pieced together as efficiently as that, it's a joy to watch.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Yeah, for me, this team seems to find it easier to attack than defend, but now they're going to need to dig in at the back a bit.
And it's Bernardo Silva. That's good play. Oh, denied brilliantly.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Palmer played out towards the right wing. Lovely bit of skill. Gusto. That's tidy. There are a few waiting for it. Gusto has got himself a free kick. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. And the header! No, he couldn't get the direction he needed.
Well, plenty of moving targets to pick out in the box. Obviously increases your chances of the ball being met like that by someone.
Rodri, and played cross, succumbs to the pressure. Caicedo. João Pedro. Caicedo. Palmer. Chelsea have a free kick. Bernardo Silva gets his final warning.
He just needs to find the control button on his aggression before the ref does it for him, Peter.
Fernández can get it clear. Buonanotte. Bernardo Silva. Lewis shifted upfield. And that is as far as they're going to go. Caicedo. Good spell of possession this, but very little to show for it. Aim forwards. There will be a throw-in. Rodri. Lewis. Now it's Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva gets flagged offside. Palmer.
Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival.
Palmer. Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Well, he can't say now that he hasn't been warned.
Well, he knew what he was taking on there, Peter, and special delivery from the ref.
Bernardo Silva. Moved on forwards. Oh, nicely intercepted. Caicedo. Buonanotte. Cucurella tries making a foray down the right. Now it's Pedro Neto. Pedro Neto! Nice interception, well timed. Bernardo Silva, hoisted in. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Vardiol. Thinks one through. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Oh, that just required a bit more oomph to reach its target.
Buonanotte. Badiashile chooses to go cross-field. It's a throw-in. It's a good run down the right. Vardiol. Oh, that's well done, really robust. Gusto. Caicedo. Rodri does really well to win the ball there. And it's Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva has a goal! And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Hoisted upfield by the keeper. Caicedo. Oh, such a clever touch. Pedro played out to the left flank. Bernardo Silva. That's really well manoeuvred.
Really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
Rodri looking understandably energised after his goal. That is good strength. Reinders. Cucurella. Buonanotte. João Pedro. Bernardo Silva. Calmly anticipates. Pedro Neto. Oh, he's found support out wide. There's no flag. Cucurella. There, gets his head to it. He's done well to get his head on that, but couldn't score.
Oh, that's a real disappointment as well after he worked so hard to just get into position and get on the end of that in the first place. A lot of effort for very little reward.
Now that's well seen too. Gusto. And it's played forward. Palmer is onto it in a flash. Caicedo. João Pedro. Pedro shifted upfield. And it's played forward. Bernardo Silva wins the duel this time. Bernardo Silva hurtling down that right flank. João Pedro. Badiashile. Badiashile shifted upfield. Bernardo Silva. Some good work on the right flank here. Rodri. Bernardo Silva looking to run onto it. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. Has a shot! Palmer with the short one. Very nicely done. Plenty waiting in the middle. Palmer. Oh, what a ball he's in here. And he thumps it clear. And he's picked out the run. Doku is sporting a guilty look after that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Palmer. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Caicedo. Palmer. João Pedro. Oh, well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Doku. Haaland. Now it's Doku. Cucurella. Buonanotte. Pedro Neto. Pedro Neto. That's very neat. Played into the middle. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Cherki. Bernardo Silva. Haaland. Out towards the field, changing the point of attack. Haaland. Nice physical challenge. Doku. And the shot! A real chance and a real let-off.
Doku, he'll be irritated with that, Peter. He really did spring into life as he made his run.
Pedro Neto. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Now it's Bernardo Silva. Doku. Reinders. Always onto this. Can he finish? It's in! They have come roaring back!
Yeah, I'd call that transition with bite. They won it back and bit hard.
Quite a thriller this one's become.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
And it's Bernardo Silva. Rodri. And he welcomes it in. Gusto chooses to go cross-field. And that's clear-cut. It's a free kick. Cherky. Oh, good spread. Bernardo Silva shifted upfield. Haaland hits one! They've scored! Was there ever any doubt?
Yeah, he always had the measure of the keeper, and there was very little doubt as to how this was going to end up.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
Well, he's been on a crusade, and his first goal seemed to just whet the appetite.
Manchester City get themselves into the lead.
No doubt as to who has the momentum here now. The only doubt is how many is coming.
Pedro. Palmer. That looks a cracking ball. Great hit! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
It's easy to say it, but difficult to stop it when runs in behind are being made like that.
And we hit half-time. So we reach the halfway point.
Well, give me a moment to get my breath back. What a super half of football. Incident-packed, goals, comebacks.
And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
Chelsea can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Badiashile. Good spell of possession this, but very little to show for it. Colwill. Out to the right. Gusto. And it's played forward. He's through, now is he in? Might be and Bernardo Silva! Clears it away. Reinders. Rodri. Lovely feet. Oh, well played. He needed to get that right. Cleared without complication.
Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
That's really well manoeuvred. Reinders. Pedro. Very nicely done. Gusto swings it across. Fernández played out towards the right wing. Up he goes! Oh, just couldn't turn it in.
Now that was a slick move, and there were several options in the box to pick out.
Reinders. Ruben Dias aimed forwards. Reinders. Lewis. And it's Bernardo Silva. And that's a foul. A simple decision for the referee. Bernardo Silva. Claudio. Cherky. Rodri. Oh, it's come loose. Pedro. Palmer. Caicedo. That was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening. Cherki. And it's Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva. Great defending, strong and determined. Rodri. Rodri played through into space. Oh, whistle's gone. Now then. No, the referee's judged that the offence took place outside the area. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. Deflected behind for a corner kick. Reinders goes short. Cherki over to the left. Oh, sweet feet. He's got options in the box if he gets his head up. And he'll shoot here! Palmer. Cucurella. Oh, he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. And he's going to have his name taken. Tries to get it clear. Cherki. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Vardiol. Reinders. Reinders, gently done. Cleared without complication. That's tidy. Doku. Swung over into the middle. Deftly done. Still chasing the game, trailing by one. Cucurella. Palmer. Caicedo. Looks to clip it forward. Rodri. Bernardo Silva. That's a nicely weighted pass. Cherki. Cherki proves just a little bit too strong. Caicedo. Pedro wins the duel this time. Palmer. Pedro. Caicedo played with finesse. Buonanotte. Palmer. And he has been fouled there. Pedro Neto. That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner. And it's been taken short. Pedro Neto, showing good feet. Time and again they are repelled. And they've got rid. Cucurella. Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. And he is going into that little black book.
That's what has to be done now, no question about it.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Colwill. Badiashile. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this.
Now it's Pedro Neto. Lovely feet. A chance to play it in. Can he finish? Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
João Pedro actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Oh, that's nice. Chance to finish. Doku proving a very adept defender. It was a good tackle too.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
Gusto. Delicate ball, and it needs to be. A collective sigh of relief from the defence. Pedro Neto. There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to say from up here, I know. He ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away. Haaland! It didn't come off, but an audacious effort.
Haaland certainly showed brilliant imagination there to take on such a high tower of skill.
That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. Fernández. Aimed in towards the centre. And that has been clubbed away and reclaimed it in a trice. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Cherki. And it's Bernardo Silva. Plenty to aim at here. Cherki. Pedro Neto. Cucurella. Well, they've seen lots of the ball. Time to go for it a bit of creativity and adventure. Aim forwards. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Danger averted for now. Caicedo. Palmer. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. Caicedo. Nice physical challenge. Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. He's gone for it! Gets good distance on it. Fernández has it in a wide position. Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva hurtling down that right flank. Cucurella. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Now it's He's got a side of goal!
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Reinders. Cherki. And that's clear cut. It's a free kick. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. Caicedo. Pedro. Oh, no question, that's a foul. Long ball looking to counter. Vardiol. Doku. Now it's Doku. Oh, it's come loose. Played out to the right. And he's there to get it away. Manchester City have reclaimed it. Ruben Dias. Reinders. Rodri. Vardiol. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. Cucurella attempts a clearance.
Manchester City surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Vardiol. Reinders.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Moved on forwards. Bernardo Silva. Chipped through.
Manchester City clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
And the pass is intercepted. Rodri.
Chelsea, it's a good show of persistence this. If they manage an equaliser, it'll be a great show.
Vardiol. The final moments of a game that has been pretty compelling overall.
All they need is one big chance, and it may do the trick.
Oh, that's neat. Doku. Reinders.
There's a real appetite from them to finally put this game to bed, but will they?
And it's played forward. Out to the right. The less said about that pass, the better. Reinders. Rodri shifted upfield. Rodri. Cherki. Rodri. Just 5 minutes remaining now. Cherki played out wide. Now it's Bernardo Silva. Reinders. Pedro did well to step in there. That was more than necessary.
There's only one word for this. It's baffling. That team needs to figure out where the ball needs to be, and it's not there.
Fernández. Caicedo. Badiashile. Buonanotte. That's really well manoeuvred. Palmer. Cucurella. Pedro Neto.
Chelsea have a simple task to find something sustained now and keep the pressure on.
Reinders.
Doku.
Doku goes on a charge down the left. Reinders. Reinders shifted upfield. Gusto. Caicedo. Palmer. Buonanotte. Palmer. Palmer! Oh, glorious! That is a special one! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order!
Well, this is just incredible. I mean, who would have seen this? Not a manager, I think. It's all happening. Chelsea, yeah, to see it unfold as succinctly as that, it looks telepathic.
This is quite a battle.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
Oh, nice touch. Cherki. Rodri played out to the left flank. Ball driven towards the far post.
Yeah, it looks like a change of approach, and it may just freshen things up.
Caicedo. Gusto. That's very neat. Palmer! Badiashile. Cucurella. Badiashile. And it's played forward. Reinders shifted upfield. Good defending there. They've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. Palmer looking to shake off some unwanted attention.
Yeah, it very much looks like this defence has learned from its errors now.
Lewis, forwards and with intent. Cherki, aim forwards. Haaland! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Oh, it's come loose. Cherki. Moved on forwards.
Have clearly reached a level of comfort in this half. Why not use the impetus to plough on?
Badiashile. Gusto. It's all a little short of forward momentum, lacking thrust. Reinders did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Cherki shifted upfield. Doku, and a shot! And again! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Buonanotte. Palmer. Caicedo, aim forwards. So we've reached the hour mark. Cherki does really well to win the ball there. Pedro Neto. Cucurella. Pedro Neto. Oh, that's nice. Oh, it's played into the area. That's really well manoeuvred. Bernardo Silva, forwards and with intent. And they're not going to make any further progress now. And it's played forward. Fernández. Played towards the other side. Cucurella. Lewis, aim forwards. That was always going to be the keeper's. Gusto. Colwell. And that's really well manoeuvred. Fernández. A heavy challenge. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Now it's Haaland. Haaland! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
And that is not the first time, Peter, the keeper has been left exposed by this defence. It needs a quick fix.
And he cuts out the supply. Reinders. Moved on forwards. Guardiola. Doku. Manchester City have a free kick. Well, the referee has made it pretty clear now that this is his last chance.
Yeah, and he has to change.
It's a mighty effort! Oh, what a lovely delivery. It deserved better.
In this game, you're always striving to gain an advantage or produce a little surprise element to things, and the quicker the delivery, I think, the more chance you have, and they should have done better there.
Can he deliver? Oh, smashing header! Good delivery, but no joy.
Manchester City, well, the manager clearly has to react to this and tactically change what's happening. It's too easy for them to get in.
Rodri. Bernardo Silva. Lewis. Cherki. Vardiol. Bernardo Silva. Cucurella. Badiashile. Sanchez sends that a long way. Cucurella. Pedro Neto. Buonanotte. He can run onto that. Now it's Pedro. And a goal kick. Rodri shifted upfield. Yeah, he's fouled him there. And this is Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva. Haaland, this time surely! Another big chance that gets away.
Manchester City really are in the ascendancy here, and they know they have to register while that's the case.
Oh, he's been flattened there. Reinders his cross. Pedro Neto given the lift of his goal. Palmer. Colwill. And it's played forward. And he's picked out the run. Can he finish? Palmer. Buonanotte. Pedro Neto. João Pedro. Played out to the right. Palmer. Not much subtlety about that challenge. Rodri. Oh, good spread. Haaland. Haaland looks to go up and over. Bernardo Silva. Tries a shot! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Well, he did get himself into a good position, something for him to cling to.
Does really well to win the ball there. Reinders. Played over towards the opposite flank. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Lobbed in behind. Oh, super find. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. He's got a side of goal! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
João Pedro really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Oh, he's found some space here. Defending of the desperate variety. Badiashile. Manchester City keeping their men at arm's length here.
Yeah, I just think it's a conservative move to deny runners the opportunity of going beyond that rear guard.
Well, certainly compared to what we saw from them earlier in the game.
Well, I suspect it's a case of searching for a more defensive balance now, Peter.
And that is out of play. Rodri. Aimed in towards the centre. Gusto. They're trying everything to subdue him here.
Yeah, they're certainly getting much tighter to him now. At least the message was received.
Rodri with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick. Rodri is being told in no uncertain terms that this will be his final warning.
I don't think you need to be an expert lip reader to know what's being said here.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Showing good feet. Palmer. Caicedo, who's set up one goal so far. Could move up a gear here. Reinders. Fernández cuts out the pass. Keeper's got good distance on that. Cherki. Doku. Fernández wins the duel this time. Cucurella. Badiashile shifted upfield. Badiashile given the lift of his goal. Palmer. Caicedo. Caicedo goes on a charge down the left. João Pedro. Now the finish! Mighty close.
Look, I'm sure he'll deny it, Peter, but the keeper didn't have that covered.
Rodri.
Doku.
Reinders. Lewis. And it's Bernardo Silva. And that's a foul. A simple decision for the referee. Well, he can't say now that he hasn't been warned.
Well, that's the first attempt, Peter, we've seen at one of those raking passes just to spread the play.
Pedro Neto. Cucurella. Badiashile. And he goes cross-field. Played into space out wide. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Moved on forwards, and he cuts out the supply. Colwill. Buonanotte. Cucurella. Pedro Neto. Buonanotte. João Pedro. Oh, good spread. Plenty waiting in the middle. And it's played forward. Reinders. Ruben Dias.
Doku.
Doku going full steam ahead down the left flank. Lewis. Cherki. Foot in. Pedro Neto. Colwill. Badiashile. Gusto. Forwards and with intent. Pedro Neto. He is just caressing the ball. There's the shot! It's off target and by quite a way.
Well, he did get himself into a good position, something for him to cling to.
Guardiola. Chip through. Can he latch onto this? Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Guardiola. And he has been fouled there. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. Sanchez catches it safely. Buonanotte. That's a promising run he's making on the right. Pedro Neto in acres of space out wide. Lewis. In with the challenge. Cherky. Spread out to the left. Can he finish? Caicedo gets rid without sophistication. Rodri, and that's a good ball. Palmer. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, I'm inclined to feel that if I was in that dugout, I'd want the players to get on the front foot and grab another. Just try to make this one safe.
Cherky. Guardiola. Reinders played over towards the opposite flank. Guardiola. Now it's Doku. Guardiola. Out to the left it goes. Can he finish?
Well, even for him, that may have been a touch ambitious.
Pedro Neto. Cucurella. Pedro Neto. That's very neat. Buonanotte. That has been cut short. Chile. Buonanotte. Aim forwards. Played out to the right. Cucurella. Time to deliver. Lovely feet. There's the shot! It's a carbon copy of the previous miss.
Chelsea really putting a few chances together here. Taking one can only add to such good momentum now.
Rodri. Reinders. That's really well manoeuvred. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Decent progress down the left. Fernández providing an outlet on that flank. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Showing good feet. Succumbs to the pressure. Bernardo Silva. Ruben Dias. Ruben Dias shifted upfield. Reinders. Lobbed in behind. Doku is flagged offside.
Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Rodri. Bernardo Silva. That is a great pick out. And it's the goalkeeper's to claim. Cucurella. Buonanotte. Gusto. Fernández. Palmer. João Pedro. Always onto this. Palmer gets into some space. Well, that's pretty clear. It is a foul. And he has shown him a yellow card. Well, the players are making their point, but the ref clearly isn't interested. He's waved them all away.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
Oh, smashing header! No, he couldn't get the direction he needed.
Now that was a slick move, and there were several options in the box to pick out.
Rodri. Aim forwards. Vardiol. The referee's awarded a free kick. Cucurella. Badiashile. Cucurella. So who's he picking out? Cross goes in there. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary.
Chelsea merit full marks for their attitude and application in trying to win this. It means an awful lot, obviously.
Reinders, a searching ball that into space. Caicedo. Chelsea getting a lot of touches here, but they're not making much progress. And that's really well manoeuvred. Caicedo. Buonanotte. João Pedro. Shapes to shoot. And that's a real chance missed.
João Pedro fully appreciates that. He could have won it then, and now he'll be all the keener not to lose it.
Manchester City desperately searching for the winner here. Reinders, and it's lofted through here. pass has been well intercepted. Reinders. Looks to the other side. Bernardo Silva. Rodri. Fernández with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick.
Well, they deserve an awful lot of credit for their commitment to the cause, but it's a goal credit that would be most welcome now.
Pedro is being harried and hassled.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
And there's his chance to lead the counter. Gusman with the foul. And he is going into that little black book.
Well, Peter, when you're up against a speedster, you've got to get to him early and not let him get into his stride, and they're just not doing that.
Lewis. Cherky tries a shot! And that's off target.
It was very much worth a try, and I've seen worse. That should tee him up nicely for his next attempt at least.
Cuts out the pass, and it's played forward. He's played him through, and he welcomes it in. Doku swung over.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Caicedo. Palmer. And that is out of play. Colwill. This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now. You wonder if that's it.
He's not played the ball, that's a foul. Cucurella. And back to the keeper they go. Colwill. Gusto. Buonanotte. Caicedo.
They're playing as if time is on their side when it's fast running out. They've got to quicken this up.
Fernández. Keeper's got good distance on that. Well timed, excellent interception. Caicedo. Palmer. Palmer has got himself a free kick. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture.
Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here, although there's still a chance for one last fling.
Oh, nicely intercepted.
You wonder if that's it now, but there may be one more opportunity, Peter, for a late steal here.
Haaland. Muscular approach does pay off here.
Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here, although there's still a chance for one last fling.
Pedro. Lewis, gently done.
Well, they deserve an awful lot of credit for their commitment to the cause, but it's a goal credit that would be most welcome now.
Moved on forwards. Pedro. Pedro tries to thread one through. He's got away. Oh, looks like he's been taken out there.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Caicedo. Needs a bit of penetration to go with all this possession. Palmer. Gusto. The fullback is in acres of space here. And the keeper beats it away.
Chelsea showing a good level of intensity at this stage. They're calling on all their resources now.
Very nicely. Doku! Oh no, that could be a costly miss.
Well, maybe the tension around this game played a part in that, because he should have put them ahead then. Chelsea merit full marks for their attitude and application in trying to win this. It means an awful lot, obviously.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Gusto. If we're going to get a winner, it's got to come now. Gusto making good progress on the right-hand side. Oh, such a clever touch. Now then, the ball's come loose. Oh, that's well done, really robust.
Well, they deserve an awful lot of credit for their commitment to the cause, but it's a goal credit that would be most welcome now.
Caicedo. Caicedo clips it so gently. Gusto. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do.
Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here, although there's still a chance for one last fling.
Keeper has taken this big chance! And again! He's looking for the runner here. Haaland.
They're playing as if time is on their side when it's fast running out. They've got to quicken this up.
And back to the goalkeeper. Badiashile. Buonanotte. Cucurella. Rodri. Cherki. Now it's Doku. Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on.
You wonder if that's it now, but there may be one more opportunity, Peter, for a late steal here.
Rodri. Cherki. Manchester City don't have many options and time is running out. Defending of the desperate variety.
Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here, although there's still a chance for one last fling.
Now it's Doku. Oh, super find. Now it's Haaland. He's found a way through. Haaland. Gusto. Shifted upfield. Pedro Neto. Palmer. Played out to the right. Fernández looking to get on the end of this. Reinders. And that is it. There will be penalties.
Well, we can only hope we get an extra time contest of similar ambition, provided fatigue doesn't begin to play a part.
And it will be decided by... So now, 5 brave individuals must step forward. Pedro first in line. Oh, it's saved. Pretty much straight at him.
Oh, he never looked comfortable over that, did he?
Doku is the next to run the gauntlet. That's how it's done. He made the keeper commit.
How confident was that? Backed himself all the way. Yeah, it's a guessing game for the keeper, and he guessed wrong.
So, the second man in line. And he puts it away.
He knew exactly what he wanted to do there and executed it perfectly.
Oh, and the keeper guessed right too.
He was always looking good there. Nice penalty.
Haaland is a picture of calm despite the moment. Good penalty, just steered it the other way. Chelsea are looking to keep pace here.
Good penalty, completely wrong-footed the keeper.
Cherky is the 4th man to step forward for them.
You need a very strong mind in those situations. Any penalty that goes in is a good one.
He must, but can he? It's in, he's kept them in it.
Yeah, made his mind up very quickly and just didn't waver.
So the ball is placed on the spot. Sanchez obliged to stop this to keep them alive. And that has lifted the roof. So in the end, heartbreak, a few of them inconsolable. But this is what footballing fate had stored up for them. It is nasty.
Oh, this is so tough.
Different sound.